It's a brilliant question, isn't it, folks? My guess is no. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, this is from 2 days ago. Rust. Does this Alec Baldwin movie have any chance of success? Forever tied to the accidental shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins, is there any way this now completed film is successful? Well, I can already basically say no. It's hard to find a film with a more troubled production than the Alec Baldwin-led Rust. Few had likely heard of the movie while it was in pre-production, though it quickly rose to national news after the infamous 2021 shooting. Cinematographer Helena Hutchins was fatally shot when Baldwin discharged a live gun intended to be used as a prop. Director Joel Souza was also injured. Production immediately shut down to deal with the intense fallout involving numerous lawsuits and arrests. You may think that would cause the film to cease entirely. Nope! In the midst of the confusion over whether Baldwin would be charged, production resumed in 2023 April and wrapped in May. Currently, there's no release date attached, but we have to ask the question of why. Rust isn't some blockbuster franchise pick, and Alec Baldwin lost much of whatever public goodwill he had left after the incident. Oh yes, indeed, he did. A lot of people think or call him a murderer and whatnot. I don't call him a murderer. All I am simply saying is that a lot of people do refer to him as a murderer. Murderer implies intent. That's objective fact, and there's no way to prove intent here. Nor is there any, nor do I honestly think there was any intent. So let's get on here. So, what makes it all worth it? Given the mountains of controversy surrounding the pick, does it have any chance of success? Let's look at what we know about Rust and how the public may react to its eventual release. With everything going on, it's easy to forget that Rust was simply a classic Western premise at the start. Set in the 1880s, Baldwin stars as an outlaw, Harlan Rust, in hiding for years. Rust reemerges when his 13-year-old grandson is framed for a murder he didn't commit. Rust helps his grandson escape, and the two outrun bounty hunters and U.S. Marshals as fugitives. That's about it. I mean, sounds like something that could have possibly led to a sequel to have a conclusion. It sounds like a pretty by-the-numbers Western that may have seen moderate success with Baldwin's name attached. That all changed October 21st, 2021. Filming in New Mexico, cinematographer Helena Hutchins was shot by Baldwin. Hutchins was rushed to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Joel Souza was hit in the shoulder and treated and released. Baldwin claimed he did not pull the trigger, though later reports stated the gun wouldn't fire unless the trigger were pulled. Production ceased, and the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office opened a criminal investigation that same day. The investigation expanded outward, and with the FBI soon becoming involved, claims of on-set sabotage were made, though there was no evidence to back that up. The legal proceedings. After a year of investigation, Baldwin was formally charged in voluntary manslaughter in January 2023. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the film's armorer responsible for on-set firearm safety, was also charged with involuntary manslaughter. Baldwin later had his charges reduced, and then he pled not guilty in February. Assistant Director David Halls also pled no contest to negligent use of a firearm, receiving only probation, fines, and community service. In April, prosecutors dropped all charges against Baldwin, though Gutierrez-Reed remained. Hers remained. In June, a second charge of tampering with evidence was added to her case after prosecutors determined she attempted to hide a bag of cocaine in her possession on the night of the shooting. Her trial is scheduled to begin in February 2024. So, she had cocaine in her possession. Boy, they should have piss tested that woman. Then there's also related, where he allegedly skipped mandatory firearms safety training sessions before the fatal shooting. Several lawsuits were filed, including Gutierrez-Reed, against the prop gun manufacturer for allegedly bringing live rounds on set. Helena Hutchins' family filed a wrongful death suit, naming Baldwin, Gutierrez-Reed, and several others as co-defendants. The suit was settled in October 2022. In late 2022, Rust's production team set January 2023 as the production return date. That proved tricky when several cast and crew members were still under criminal investigation. While some crew members supported the restart, ostensibly to honor the late Hutchins, others backed out of the return. Actors Brady Noon and Jensen Ackles exited, reportedly due to scheduling conflicts, and were replaced. Filming finally resumed in April, with Baldwin returning to the set of Rust the exact same day his criminal charges for shooting someone on the set of it were dropped. Isn't that poetic? Finally, filming on possibly the most controversial movie in recent memory wrapped in May. With everything going on, many are asking why. With dozens of ongoing civil and criminal cases, why return to this project? No disrespect to director Souza, but he's not exactly a household name. That's true. I don't honestly think I've ever heard of the man until he got shot. Any massive success would have been unlikely, an admitted passion project for Baldwin. Perhaps he was just committed to seeing his vision through. That excuse is not holding up in the court of public opinion. Very true, it isn't, because, yeah. A lot of people are not going to support this movie. A lot of people see him as, I said earlier, a lot of people see him as a murderer. Where me, personally, I see him as somebody who killed somebody, though not intending to, but also somebody who is escaping accountability and also tried laying that blame on Helena Hutchins. Also tried laying that blame on everybody else but himself. He took no responsibility. He played the victim. So, Baldwin immediately became the face of a tragedy as the biggest name invoked with the production. The incident didn't exactly help his bad-tempered reputation. The outspoken liberal Baldwin found particular ire with conservative media, which painted him as a cold-blooded killer. Some blamed Gutierrez-Reed, whose responsibility as the armorer was to clear the gun's safety. Others said Baldwin himself should have ensured the gun had no live rounds before he fired, though he maintained he did not pull the trigger. And yes, all of that could be true, except for him being a cold-blooded killer. I'm a conservative, and I don't think he's a cold-blooded killer. Marketing the film independent of the shooting will be next to impossible, no matter how much press or anticipation about the storyline builds ahead of release. This is not what people will talk about. Rust will never escape the controversy. Well, no, a person died on set and was killed by the lead actor. And there's nothing more they can do. In this case, no pre-release build-up could actually be a good thing. The best that distributor The Avenue can hope for is a quiet release with little buzz. With little buzz. And let's see here. So that they can all move on from this disaster of a production. So, yeah. That is all there is on this. Honestly, folks, I think that Rust is due to fail. However, they should still release it so that they can offset the disastrous box office failure, so that they can actually minimize it as much as they can. I mean, that's what they're doing with live action Snow White, because yeah, some people are obviously going to watch it. However, a lot of people are not. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you all up to speed on thoughts going in Rust. No release date has been set. Chances are they should just do a quiet release and that's it. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think it has any chance of success? Or do you think it's going to be a very big flop due to the controversy? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.